guys, my name is Ashlyn and welcome back to my channel. If you're new or old here, today I'm going to be answering questions that you guys think I've been avoiding all of these years. So with that being said, I'm going to be answering questions that I've never been asked before, or at least never answered, and I'm gonna have to come out of my little comfort box. And yeah, this is making me so anxious. So with that being said, let's just get started. The first question really isn't a secret, but it is, do you have a boyfriend? And the answer is yes. And he's been in a couple of my vlogs and I really enjoy pranking him. The next question is, are you going to die young? Man, this is like a harsh question, but I've always kind of avoided this question, so this is actually perfect. So if you look, I really don't like to talk about this a lot because I just don't, like I've said before. But everybody, before I even say this, everybody's life is different and everybody's story is different, everybody's health is different. People with cystic fibrosis usually live shorter than people that are perfectly normal and healthy. And usually like the life expectancy is in like the 30s. Not saying that I'm going to die in the 30s because you don't know if I'm gonna die tomorrow. But hopefully that kind of answers that question. Okay, and I got this question like several times, so I'm going to answer it, and it is, how old is your boyfriend? Everybody thinks he is like so old, but he's actually younger than me. He is 19 years old and I am 20 years old, so yeah, even though he looks way older, I know, I think it's the beard. The next question is, when did you have your first kiss? And I don't know, I think I was like 16 years old, I want to say. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was 16 years old when it happened, so I actually think that was pretty late to have like the first kiss. I don't know, not late, but like some people have like their first kiss like when they're like really young, and so yeah, mine was when I was 16. Going along with that last question, the next one is, how many people have you kissed? And my boyfriend would probably kill me if he knew this, but I don't know. I actually have a list somewhere of like how many people I've kissed. It's probably over, I would say probably over 15 people. Ah, that sounds so bad, but I mean, what you gonna do about it? So yeah, I've probably kissed over 15 people. Don't think any differently of me, please. But guys, when I made this video, I didn't want you guys to think any differently of me, so please don't. This makes me like so freaking nervous, like answering these questions. You have no idea. But the next question is, first period story. I feel like I don't have like a great period story, and I've actually never talked about this subject either on my channel, but you know, it's time for new things. But like I said, my first period story was not that like dramatic or like, I don't know. My sister, I grew up with like sisters, so like I kind of watched them grow up. So I was pretty much just like handed a pad and be like, okay, you got your period now, and that was literally it. I promise. And that was like so long ago. I think I was like 13 when I got my period, probably 12, 13 I want to say. So yeah, the next question is thoughts on the Sax channels and 7 Super Girls. So people always ask me this, like, what is your thoughts, or like, are you impacted by it? Are you annoyed by these questions of like all these 7 Supergirl questions? And the answer is no. I do not get tired of these questions, or I really don't have like a negative outlook on the Sax channels, even though it ended very badly. Overall, it was a good experience, and I know it was different from everyone. Everybody can say, you know, they learned something or maybe some didn't. But I know for a lot of us that were on the Sax channels, we found our passion, and we actually found our passion for film and YouTube, and a lot of us are actually in college for film or something like that, like production theater, something like that. So there was some good to it, and I try to look at all like the positives of it. I met some great people on the Sax channels and some Supergirls, and a lot of you guys know me from 7 Supergirls, so therefore I don't think of that subject as being negative, if that makes sense. I mean, yes, it was ended very badly. I am sad the channel is gone. I'm sad about what came about, but overall the whole thing wasn't bad. Just because like the ending was bad doesn't mean like the whole thing was bad. and I think a lot of people, I wish they would get to know like the good side of like the Sax channels. Just like the people on the Sax channels were so sweet and just so wholesome, like the girls and the people, and it was great too at the same time. Like I said, it just had a messed up manager. What do you mean to say? Speaking of that, a lot of you guys asked what happened to 7 Supergirls in the Sax channels, and I'm not gonna go into much detail about it. I actually have a whole video right here about it. Basically, our manager got arrested for doing something very inappropriate to one of the girls. Not gonna say who, that is not my place or anything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much why it ended. And yes, looking back, there was a lot of weird things that happened and were asked upon us to do. And so yeah, that's why it was shut down. We could not upload videos, we could not get the channel back. YouTube just shut it down, and that was the end of it. So yeah, that's what happened to 7 Supergirls. And if you would like a detailed version of exactly what happened, then click on this video. Going along the SSG topic, the next question is, did you have any issues with the girls on the Sax channels? And I'm not a hateful person, I am not a bully. I literally have the sweetest heart and look for good in like literally everybody. And I'm not gonna say like there wasn't some like tension or beef towards the end, because some things happened and that I didn't agree with and I just thought were so heartbreaking at the time. And and a lot of the girls, not a lot of them, a few of the girls like that was on 7 Supergirls and stuff were like some of the fakest people I've ever met. And I will say that, I'm not mentioning any names or anything like that, but they were literally like the fakest people like that I've ever met, and still to this day they were so fake. Like, let me just tell you. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. That is the burning hot tea, if I do say so myself. The next question is, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, this is like a personal like opinion, but I would probably have to say chicken, because like, didn't like every animal like appear as like the animal? Like a kangaroo didn't come from, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a kangaroo, so why did like the chicken just appear, right? I think that's right, but that's just my opinion. So yeah. The next question is, are you pregnant? I hope not, so no. The next question is, are you a virgin? Now, I'm actually not going to answer this question because that is my choice, but I did want to talk about this because, I mean, why not? It's a question. We're all human. I feel like I'm so uncomfortable like on talking about like girly stuff or like that kind of stuff on YouTube. I wish I was more out there, if that makes sense, with that stuff. Not out there, but like, I don't know, I want to like you guys to be able to come to me on like girl question, mom questions, if that makes sense. So I don't even know what I'm saying. See how awkward I get? Holy moly. You guys just, The next question is, what is your religion? So I haven't really touched base on this topic of religion or if I'm even religious, but I am religious. I just don't talk about it that much in my videos, just because I kind of keep it more personal, if that makes sense. But I am religious, I am a Christian, and yeah. The next question is stance on the gay community, and this is also another topic that I've just stayed clear from because I didn't want any, you know, judgment or, you know, anything like that. But my opinion on that is anybody can love who they want to love. That is not my place to like decide if somebody can love another person or not. So I don't really care if you're gay, if you're not. I actually have lots of friends that are gay, so it doesn't really matter to me, if that makes sense. So the next little question is, are you and your boyfriend getting married? And I hope so. He is the one for me. He is literally like the guy version of myself, and I love him so much. So if the question is, do I think we're gonna get married? Yes, I do think we're gonna get married. I don't know when, but I would love that, and I definitely think he is my one and only for the rest of my life. So yes. The next question is, what is your deepest, darkest secret? I don't really have one, I feel like. I don't really have like, I don't know, I'm a pretty good kid, honestly. I haven't done anything too crazy. I have no idea. The next question is, how tall are you? I am a shorty, so like this video if you're short, because I am, but I am really short and I am 5 foot. I'm 20 years old, so I feel like that's pretty short for a 20-year-old, but that's just my opinion, so yeah. The next question is, will you move to a different state in the future? So I actually really love the state that I live in, so I really don't see myself ever moving out of this state, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna say which state because I keep all that really private, but yeah, I really don't see myself moving out of the state. The next question is, how do you feel about the new medication Trifecta? So if you don't know what Trifecta is, it is a new medicine for cystic fibrosis patients, and I think 90% of cystic fibrosis patients can take it. Since I've had a double lung transplant, I am not eligible to be on the medicine. I asked my doctors about it, but they said that no one is like on it that had a double lung transplant, even though it could help like the gastric parts of CF. I am not eligible for it yet, or that's at least what my doctor said. I've been wanting to do a whole video on my thoughts about it because this like subject is very touchy for me, if that makes sense. Just because I have lots of emotion towards it, good and bad, if that makes sense. I think it's just kind of like a bittersweet situation, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is my thoughts on that. And the next person said, why is your feet so weird? I don't think I have like weird feet. I have a perfectly normal foot. Thank you very much. But guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to tell me and give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Become part of this family. And I really hope you guys enjoyed and got the answers that you wanted. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.